everybody, this is your girl, Miss Info. We are outside still at Digiwaxx Media Wednesdays with Sincerity.
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Thank you for stopping by.
Yes,
Thank you,
of course.
Right? She's gorgeous.
Thank
you. She raps. Can you believe
And I rap, yes,
Right,
I
and
do.
she raps. She's Latina, and, you know, we're here for that.
That's a triple threat.
Right.
Rap, gorgeous, Latina, that's a
And
triple
for
threat.
Brooklyn, like, and smart. I'm sorry.
BK, right?
Go ahead. Name more. We here.
What
We here for it.
You act?
Oh my God, I don't, but I would love to get into acting.
Really?
I really want, I want to.
What made you want to get into acting?
Well, I haven't yet. I've done like little like content, like paid content commercials and things like that. And I always have fun doing it. And so yes, I want to do more of that and more, you know, of like the bigger stuff. Like,
Now, are
Don't
you,
get to it.
like, because everybody wants to rap. I'm not even going to, like,
right,
I'm just going to put it out there. Everybody wants to
right,
rap.
it's true.
So, and then you don't see a lot of Latina rappers, though.
Okay.
So I know, like, you know, of course, Cardi B. And,
Yeah.
You know, she's top tier right now.
Right.
But, like, what's going to set you apart from even, like, Cardi B? Like, what's going to make you different?
Well, I think what's very intriguing about Cardi B, especially in the beginning of her career, was just like where she stemmed from. You know, at the time, nobody had, well, there were other rappers who had been strippers, but like Cardi B really owned her story.
Right.
So I think for me, it's just owning what my story is, you know, and I came from freestyling in the parks, and a lot of women don't come from that. I came from street performing. At the time when I was street performing at the train stations, nobody was really doing that because I'm a
That takes
woman.
A lot of confidence.
I'm a woman, and then you know what I'm saying. So so I think it created a different level of confidence and boldness within me that I was able to bring onto the stage, like when I would be performing on stage. So I used to be like from the streets of New York to stages of the world, because then I had the opportunity to perform as a hip hop ambassador with the State Department. So I got to travel to different countries and got to perform with like their top artists in these countries. You know, and so shout out to Tony Blackman, Rhyme Like a Girl. Those, you know what I'm saying? That's my mentor, and that's the collective that I would travel with to a lot of these countries. So it's just really owning my story, I think.
Yeah.
Being Latina, but I'm Ecuadorian, so we don't see no Ecuadorian Brooklyn rappers at all. So I want to be the first one that y'all got to know.
And you said you're from Brooklyn. That's why I wanted to ask you, too.
Yeah.
What part of Brooklyn?
I'm from Bushwick, but my dad lived in Bed-Stuy. So honestly, what's funny is that I'm always like, to this day, I go to my old block in Bed-Stuy. And then I still, you know, so I'm always around the way.
So you buy a way of two different neighborhoods.
Yeah. But like, you can know, especially when we was kids and it was warm outside, we would walk all of that. Like I would walk from the side of Bushwick to the side like every time because they border each other.
So at that point to you, Brooklyn is just Brooklyn. That's just where you're from. You're
Yeah.
from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So how did that help shape your music career, like your environment and everything like that?
I'm not saying I don't have insecurities because I'm a woman and, you know, like I think that's life. Everybody got something going on. But when it comes to rapping, I'm confident and bold, and I think that comes from being from Brooklyn. That comes from, you know, being pushed. That comes from just like the audacity that we have as New Yorkers or as Brooklynites or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a lot of there's just confidence in being where we're from and doing what we do and doing it well. So I think that has given me kind of that like her, you know? Yeah.
Besides your confidence, because like that's like one of the greatest things a rapper can have. You believe in yourself first.
Have to.
Who was somebody that believed in you first outside of you?
Oh my gosh, that's such a good question. How far back do you want to go? Because I feel like a lot of times, maybe somebody didn't. Okay, so my favorite class in school was always English. Like I'm a nerd for words, so I always loved to write. I always loved to do poetry. You know, and then I started doing poetry on the beat. So it's just like I feel like the English teachers that believed in me. I want to again shout out my mentor Tony Blackman, because I started off freestyling with a collective of girls, and you know, like just getting that push from these people that was like, you got something in you, and that helped me cultivate that. So big shout out to Tony Blackman. And then there has been so many other people really that have just like poured into me as far as giving me that affirmation, like, you got it, girl.
So what comes with that? What was the moment that you was like, nah, I'm about to go hard with this? Like, what was that moment? What was that feeling?
The first time I went on tour with the State Department, once again, I was chosen to go to Uganda, and I didn't have no music out.
To Uganda?
To Uganda. I didn't have no music out. There could have been much other women that could have been chosen, and I was chosen. So I'm very grateful for that. And then after that, I got to travel to other countries. After that, I went to Colombia, and after that, I went to again to Africa, to Botswana, to Cameroon, to Equatorial Guinea. After that, I went to the Netherlands with the State Department. So, you know, I feel like what I'm missing right now is visibility, because as far as the talent, I know I got it. You know, yeah.
Clocking.
Well, all of those places that you named, you've been to all of those countries before you dropped music?
I went to Uganda before I dropped music.
But everything else after that.
And then I went to Colombia, and I ended up, they helped me drop my first project, which was a Spanish project. Yeah.
Who was the people that had a hand in that? Like, what was
so, as I mentioned before, I traveled with the State Department.
Yeah.
But in Colombia and Uganda, and all of these places, like, I was performing, and we were performing when I would go with the collective. We were performing with like top people in their countries that when it came to hip hop or music. So it was it forced me to really level up.
Yeah.
You know, performance wise, stage presence wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just knowing, just also, once again, just getting that affirmation in all these places with different cultures, with different talents, for them to see something in me as well. That was a
right now. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I think that answered your question. Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, it's a total fact. But with you having a Spanish culture to you, your heritage and everything like that,
Yeah.
how well do you incorporate that in your music?
I another song. Well, I didn't even mention the first song, but I have my two most recent songs. One of them is in English, the other one is in Spanish. It's called Vida Sabrosa. So I get inspired everywhere that I go, and I spend a lot of time. I've spent a lot of time in Latin America, and so what happens is when I'm there, I'm inspired by what's going on there. I get inspired by everything. So it could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be being with family. It could be being on a train. Whatever I'm around, I use it as inspiration in my life as well. So, yeah, I'm inspired every day.
That's beautiful. That is extremely beautiful.
Thank you.
Like your flow, do you flow better in Spanish or English? Because your English is great.
Thank you.
I mean, it seems like that's your first language.
Ironically, Spanish is my first language, but when I went,
your English is, I mean, it's
thank you. Thank you.
I agree with her, but we don't want to say that like we're like surprised and shocked. Like, just traditionally, usually, like honestly, they don't speak as well as you if that's not their first language. So yeah, this is like, and again, like I love my Spanish people. Y'all know I love y'all. Shout out Buddha, shout out Neptune.
Latino.
Like,
Come on now.
Yes.
But yeah, I agree with her.
So while Spanish is my first language, it's really, I was born in Brooklyn. So I started speaking English soon after, like once I went into school. So it's not, so I've known English my whole life as well.
Yeah.
As far as what I rap better, I think I rap better in English in the sense of, how do I say this? Just because I speak English more, I practice English more in that capacity. However, I'm also fluent and speak well in Spanish. I think that with English, I can be more creative. I can switch flows more. I can you know, like play with my tone more.
Spanish,
so there's more like Spanish to me is I speak Spanish, so it's an easy language, I think, to learn. Like you hear American or English speakers try Spanish all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's an easy language overall. However, with Spanish, I just I don't know. I feel, you know what's so funny? I think with Spanish, I'm usually driven to do more like joyful music, more like dancing music.
Yeah.
Whereas in English, I don't know if it's because it's just my hip hop background. I'm just more, I think I can be more reflective or more aggressive or more, you know, it's very interesting. I was reflecting on that recently. But
before we wrap this up, you ever thought about blending in both the aggressive with the dancing side?
I have a little bit. I have a song called Brooklyn Pacifico that's with 2 Colombian artists. And I start off in English, and then it literally takes you on a journey kind of into the Pacific coast of Latin America. So y'all gotta listen to that, Brooklyn Pacifico.
Nah, yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna play it on Latin Fusion.
Okay, please do.
You know where we can find your music.
Yes. Okay, so y'all can Google me, Sincerity Garcia, on my website, and then also on YouTube and Spotify, all the music platforms, Sincerity Garcia. And then for social media, it's Sincerity Lyrics.
All right, well, this is your girl Info 40. You know how we do. We're at Digiwaxx New Media Wednesdays with Sincerity.
Garcia, we got Garcia at the end, right? Sincerity Garcia.
Sincerity, right?
Yes, yes.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
For real. This is your girl Info once again. Shout out to Digiwaxx. Shout out to the Penthouse. We are outside.
We're outside. Love y'all.
Sincerity is the concept of being free from deceit, freedom from hypocrisy. And that is my name, Sincerity. How are you doing tonight? I appreciate that.